The Los Angeles Lakers are in an interesting position right now, balancing the excitement of youth with the pressure to stay competitive. It feels like the team is leaning more into the younger talent, giving players like Adu Theoruf, Chris Menaion, and Nick Smith Jr. extended opportunities to prove themselves on the court. These are players who have shown flashes of potential, and the Lakers seem determined to see how far they can push their growth. Nick Smith Jr., in particular, has begun to carve out a larger role, and it's clear that the team is exploring the idea of letting the young guys run with it, letting them get the minutes and experience they need to become consistent contributors. There's always that delicate balance between development and immediate results, but for a team looking to rebuild certain aspects of their roster while staying relevant, this approach makes sense. Meanwhile, conversations around roster adjustments continue, especially when it comes to two-way players and G League standouts. Chris Menaion, for instance, is limited in the number of games he can appear in due to the structure of his contract, which forces the team to think carefully about how they utilize his minutes. And then there's Kobe Buffkin, who has been performing exceptionally in the G League. He represents a player who could immediately impact the Lakers' rotation if given the chance. From a strategic standpoint, it seems almost essential that the team brings him up, even if it means making tough decisions about roster spots currently held by other players who haven't seen as much court time. Buffkin's shooting, athleticism, and ability to adapt to the NBA game make him a player the Lakers might prioritize over others simply because his ceiling and potential contributions are immediate. It's not just about filling spots. It's about building a roster that has depth, energy, and flexibility as the season progresses. At the same time, the Lakers are exploring trade options, trying to maximize their limited assets. They don't have an endless supply of draft picks or high-value trade chips, so each move has to be calculated. The idea of acquiring one higher-tier player alongside multiple second-tier contributors has been floated as a potential strategy. It's not just about making noise for the sake of making a deal. It's about fundamentally improving the roster in a way that combines experience with youthful athleticism. Some scenarios even suggest a kind of multiplayer swap similar to what other teams have done in the past, where the Lakers could exchange a first-round pick for 4 players who might immediately contribute, particularly if those players are ones the team would likely lose in free agency anyway. Names like Cam Thomas, Haywood Highsmith, Don Sharp, and Isaiah Williams have been mentioned as players who could fit that mold. Bringing in several players who can impact multiple positions at once would allow the Lakers to reshape their rotation, inject more energy into the squad, and potentially develop a core that can stay competitive for years to come. The complexity of these moves also lies in timing and contracts. Many of the players currently available in potential trades will become free agents in the offseason. Some are restricted free agents, which gives the Lakers certain advantages in negotiation, while others could be signed later using cap space. Strategically, trading for some of these players now gives the Lakers the comfort of knowing that they could retain them without having to compete against other teams immediately. It's a delicate balancing act. Sometimes the best move is to wait until free agency to lock in the pieces, while other times, acquiring them early provides more stability and continuity. Additionally, there's the consideration of how players like Andrew Wiggins could factor into this. A 3-for-1 or 2-for-1 swap could open multiple roster spots, allowing the Lakers to bring in significant upgrades at the top of the rotation while still maintaining flexibility to develop younger talent. The team's philosophy seems clear. Mix the youth with select experienced pieces to create a rotation that is deep, versatile, and athletic. Players like Nick Smith Jr., Chris Menaion, and Kobe Buffkin provide the kind of energy and scoring potential that can complement veterans like LeBron James and Austin Reeves. The Lakers are also thinking about how these players fit into a playoff rotation, where minutes get condensed and the focus shifts to the most reliable contributors. Even if some of the younger players aren't fully consistent yet, giving them significant NBA minutes now prepares them for high-pressure situations later. Developing them within real game conditions is crucial. Watching film and practicing only goes so far. At some point, they need to face the intensity of the NBA, sink or swim, to truly grow into impactful players. Historically, teams that have succeeded in developing talent understand the value of giving young players real responsibility on the court. The Spurs are a prime example, constantly trusting rookies and young contributors with meaningful minutes, allowing them to learn through experience rather than just observation. The Lakers are a crossroads where they need to make similar decisions. Relying solely on veteran stability might feel safe, but it could stunt the growth of the young core. Injecting athleticism, scoring, and defensive potential through players like Chris Menaion, Kobe Buffkin, and Nick Smith Jr. could transform the bench into a reliable extension of the starters, creating depth that becomes invaluable as the season stretches on. It's not just about now. It's about building a foundation for the future, ensuring that when free agency or trades bring in new pieces, the team can integrate them seamlessly without losing the youthful edge. From a long-term perspective, the Lakers also have an opportunity to sign promising young players to cost-effective multi-year deals. Players currently striving to prove themselves want the chance to showcase their skills, and the Lakers can capitalize on that ambition, locking them into contracts that provide stability for the team while keeping cap space open for high-end acquisitions. This dual approach of developing young talent and pursuing targeted trades creates a dynamic environment where the roster continuously improves. By letting young players experience real NBA minutes, the Lakers not only accelerate their growth, but also gain flexibility in shaping the roster around key veterans and potential trade targets. In essence, the team is trying to establish a balance between the present and the future, ensuring that every move, whether on the trade market or in player development, works toward building a competitive, versatile, and athletic roster capable of contending deep into the playoffs. Looking at the Lakers situation from a broader perspective, it becomes clear that the team is at a pivotal moment where strategic decisions could define the next few seasons. The core challenge lies in balancing immediate competitiveness with the development of younger players who represent the future. Players like Adu Theorov, Chris Menaion, Nick Smith Jr., and Kobe Buffkin are showing glimpses of the kind of athleticism, scoring ability, and defensive versatility that could become essential to the team's long-term identity. Their growth trajectory depends on meaningful minutes in real NBA settings, not just practice drills or occasional rotations. Each game they play is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and demonstrate their potential impact at the highest level. The Lakers' front office seems increasingly aware of this, experimenting with ways to maximize development while maintaining a level of competitiveness that doesn't leave fans frustrated. Trades and roster maneuvers remain a central part of the discussion. The team has to navigate a landscape where assets are limited and opportunities must be calculated carefully. Acquiring a high-tier player like Andrew Wiggins could provide an immediate boost in scoring, defense, and leadership, while also creating the flexibility to integrate younger players into a meaningful rotation. Similarly, trading for a promising center like Nick Claxton or adding a versatile wing could help fill specific gaps without destabilizing the roster. The Lakers need to open roster spots strategically, allowing for a combination of established veterans and rising talent. This approach not only addresses immediate needs, but also creates a pathway for the young players to develop in an environment that values growth, athleticism, and adaptability. The idea of giving young players extended minutes aligns with a broader philosophy that successful NBA teams have often embraced. Rookies and second-year players need to face real challenges in order to evolve. The regular season offers a unique opportunity to see how they respond to adversity, how they handle pressure, and how they integrate into a system alongside established stars. For players like Chris Menaion and Kobe Buffkin, this is about proving that their skill sets can translate to the highest level. Their athleticism, ability to create shots, and defensive versatility are all assets that, if nurtured correctly, could redefine the Lakers' depth chart. Even if some inconsistencies remain, the experience they gain now will pay dividends when the playoffs arrive, as the rotation tightens and only the most prepared players see significant minutes. Another layer of strategy comes from the offseason and free agency. Many players who could potentially fill second-tier roles are set to become free agents, which provides the Lakers with options but also necessitates careful planning. By securing certain players through trades, the team can gain greater certainty that they will remain with the organization, avoiding the unpredictability of open market competition. Players like Haywood Highsmith, Io Domu, and Kean Ellis could be acquired or retained, giving the Lakers the flexibility to blend experienced contributors with high-upside young talent. This dual approach, developing the young core while selectively adding veteran or semi-veteran pieces, creates a sustainable model where both immediate performance and long-term growth are addressed simultaneously. The playoff picture also factors into roster decisions. As the postseason approaches, rotations shrink to the 8 or 9 most reliable contributors. This makes it critical that the players who see minutes now are capable of handling increased responsibilities later. Young guards and wings, if given proper development and exposure, can transition into key roles when the stakes are highest. For example, if Nick Smith Jr. and Kobe Buffkin continue to perform and grow consistently, they could be fully integrated into the playoff rotation alongside LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and other top-tier contributors. This not only provides the Lakers with versatility, but also creates a system where youthful energy and veteran leadership coexist seamlessly, giving the team multiple avenues to adapt to different playoff matchups. One of the underlying themes in the Lakers' approach is the emphasis on athleticism and versatility. The roster is being shaped with an eye towards speed, defensive ability, and multi-positional talent. Players like Chris Menaion serve as prototypes for what the Lakers are seeking: a point-of-attack guard with defensive instincts and the ability to score efficiently. Similarly, Kobe Buffkin offers scoring potential and offensive versatility, capable of sliding into multiple positions depending on matchup requirements. The combination of these attributes allows the Lakers to experiment with rotations and playing styles, creating a team that can switch, defend multiple positions, and generate fast break opportunities. It's a deliberate approach aimed at blending youthful dynamism with experienced execution. Long-term planning is also evident in contract strategies. Many of the young players currently making an impact are available on cost-effective deals, allowing the Lakers to invest in higher-end acquisitions without compromising financial flexibility. Securing 4-year deals at reasonable salaries ensures that the team can maintain continuity while also leaving room to pursue marquee players who can immediately elevate the roster. The goal is not just to win games now, but to create a foundation that positions the Lakers for sustained competitiveness. By integrating young talent in meaningful roles, the organization develops future assets that can either contribute directly or provide value in trade scenarios, creating a cycle of growth and opportunity. The emphasis on real-game experience highlights the Lakers' understanding that development happens under pressure. Watching film, practicing sets, and running drills can only take a player so far. True growth comes when facing elite defenders, reading game situations in real time, and making split-second decisions under stress. For young players like Adu Theoruf, Chris Menaion, and Nick Smith Jr., every minute on the floor is a chance to refine their instincts, learn from mistakes, and build confidence. This experiential learning is invaluable and can accelerate the transition from promising prospect to reliable contributor. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, the basketball world is buzzing with whispers that could shake the very foundation of the NBA. LeBron James may be on the verge of leaving the Los Angeles Lakers. Sources close to the matter, though unconfirmed, suggest that the King, after nearly 2 decades of dominating the hardwood, is contemplating a seismic shift in his storied career. The mere possibility has sent shockwaves through the league, with fans, analysts, and players alike grappling with the thought of a future without one of the greatest to ever play the game donning the purple and gold. If the rumors hold any weight, the implications are immense. The Lakers, a franchise long built around LeBron's presence, would suddenly face an era-defining void. Social media platforms have erupted in speculation, ranging from emotional tributes to heated debates about the team's next move. Some suggest a reunion with former teammates could be on the horizon, while others wonder if this could be the prelude to LeBron exploring new challenges elsewhere. Perhaps a final championship push in a different city or a unique legacy project that only he could envision. Across the NBA, tributes have begun appearing in anticipation of what many are calling a potential end of an era. Rival teams are reportedly sending private messages of respect, acknowledging the magnitude of the possible departure. Legends of the sport, past and present, are weighing in with heartfelt acknowledgments, celebrating not only his on-court achievements, but the cultural imprint he has left on basketball worldwide. Speculation is rampant, and journalists scramble for sources as the rumor gains momentum. Yet no official confirmation has emerged. The scenario paints a bittersweet picture. Fans torn between hope and despair, a league bracing for transformation, and a player whose career decisions could redefine the narrative of modern basketball. Whether it is the final curtain on his Lakers chapter or merely another twist in LeBron's extraordinary journey, one thing is clear. The NBA is poised on the edge of one of its most dramatic moments in recent memory, with the basketball universe collectively holding its breath. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.